and I've said this before, but the more technologically advanced we get, the less in communication we are with our customer. So be sure you can communicate with your customer in a moment, and they will always come back to you. Hi everybody, I'm Neil Winteregg. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to continue talking to you about some customer service points. Customer service has a lot of facets, and so I've done a couple of other videos which you will be able to find either up here or in a playlist down here, and you should definitely look into those. This time I want to talk about technology and customer service. With the advent of technology, we should be able to have immediate and great customer service, being able to communicate with people in an instant. And there's a lot of businesses that do that really good. But as a corporation gets bigger, not a business, but as a business turns into a large entity, turns into a corporation, you'll all of a sudden find that the customer service takes a back seat and it becomes almost impossible to talk to somebody. I remember back in the day when Uber was still getting started, if I had a problem, I could actually email somebody in the app and they would sort it out for me. And now you can't find an email regarding anything. And I've had some things I'd like to email Uber about a particular driver, and there's nowhere in the drop boxes to be able to get my question answered. And I think that the customer service going away has actually harmed them, but they've gotten so big and unwieldy that that's kind of where they've taken it. Now, in your business, I agree using technology, emails, text messages, all sorts of different types of communication to be able to reach more people than just individually sitting there and dialing the phone. But what about when people call into your business? This is the biggest thing that has to be sorted out, is who's answering the phone? What happens when that person is busy? Is there a second person, a backup person? You never want to have a machine or a voicemail handle your customer service needs and your customer service calls. I've personally had experience where I've called a business. I've been online, I wanted to order something, they didn't have what I wanted, so I called the phone number and I had an inquiry about an item. I end up getting a voicemail, I leave the voicemail, I end up getting a call back in a day or two. No, it's not in stock, we won't have more for a while, whatever. But it's taken me 2, 3, 4 days to actually hear back and complete whether or not this is the item I wanted to purchase or not. And it's like, well, just send in an email. Well, I have questions about this stuff, and sometimes you can only buy things online and they're specific. And so I want to talk to a person and make sure that when I'm buying something, I'm not going to just put it back in the box and send it right back 5 minutes after opening it. So technology is great, but you can't put technology as a barrier between people reaching you. You hate calling the number on the back of your credit card, or you hate calling your bank and getting an automated system and then just sitting there and hitting 0 or star or whatever it is until an actual person comes to the phone, because you could sit there on an hour listening to all the options and everything that's on the phone, and you know that none of those are going to solve your problem. And so you just sit there and you do that. But then how easy is it for me to contact you in your business? How easy is it for me to get a real person on the phone? Because you hate talking to a machine, but then you make other people talk to machines to contact you. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, I travel a lot, and I can't tell you how many times I've been at the airport and wanting to contact the hotel that I'm staying in, and I Google it, Hilton, such and such city, and there's a phone number, and I call it and I start asking questions. Hey, is there a refrigerator in the room? Or, maybe I want to stop on the way and get groceries or something like that. And they'll be answering my questions, and then I'll ask a question that they don't know, and they go, well, actually, this is a call center in Illinois. I'm like, come on. Like, let me talk to the people at that hotel. That's not good customer service. I then have no way of contacting that hotel directly. They won't transfer me. They won't let me talk to them, whatever it might be. I tried making a special reservation once for me and my wife at a hotel. And when I called the phone number to talk to them and find out if a particular room was available, I found out that the hotel I was talking to was not that hotel, but it was somewhere else. And they handle all the reservations or the questions. That's just terrible. It just totally takes away the connection between you and the customer. And that is what separates you from your competition, is that connection that you have. So how easy is it for me to reach you? How easy is it for me to get my questions answered? So technology is great for getting communication out into the hands of your consumers or your promotion, text messages, Facebook posts, Instagram, videos, all these things. This is great. We're allowed to communicate as much as possible. But when you try and then have the communication coming into your business just be handled through a digital system or an automated system, you're losing customer service, you're losing reach of your item. Some people's reach to buy something is so thin that all it takes is one stop or one barrier to getting their question answered and they decide not to buy. They might have been thinking about this for a while and then they call and it's like, well, maybe it's just not the right time because I don't want to leave a message. I don't want to have to call them back. I'm going to be really busy today. I'll call them next week. And then 6 months goes by and they go, I still haven't bought that and I really should. This happens all the time. So you have to make it as easy as possible for people to communicate with you and get customer service sorted out. Okay, now I understand when you're a big company and you have to do everything with email or something like that. I get it. There's gonna be a delay. Get those emails answered within the hour. I know 24 hours is the norm, but honestly, when I send an email in asking about an order or something wrong with a shipment or something like that, then I don't wanna wait 24 hours to find out what's happening with my shipment. Give it an hour to get back to that. If I were you, I would have the person put their phone number into that email so that depending on the type of question they have, they get a phone call back. Imagine if you put an email into a customer service organization with questions, trying to figure something out, and then you got a phone call from a real live human being trying to take care of you with your concern. You would be absolutely blown away. Totally blown away. That's customer service. So technology is great as long as it doesn't impede customer service. And honestly, what I find is most technology today impedes it. We try and put everything into boxes and filters and funnels, and we take away the human element. And I've said this before, but the more technologically advanced we get, the less in communication we are with our customer. So be sure you can communicate with your customer in a moment, and they will always come back to you. If you're new around here, subscribe down below. Be sure you don't miss a thing. We've got 3 videos a week coming at you guys on customer service, profit first, making money, reviews of products, our business newsroom, etc. So be sure you subscribe and follow, and I hope to see you next time.